Your Prosperous Life 2026. Are you in? Are you coming in to activate your prosperous life at the beginning of this year? If you're setting resolutions, don't bother. Just decide. Just decide to activate your prosperous life and hang out with us because we're all doing it with you. You might want to sign up. Today's a really cool topic. Why you want to think like a VIP. And every one of us in this room thinks like a VIP, and we're going to share what it means to think like a VIP. So if you're registering for the summit, in the links in the streams, please move one step forward and press that sign up for VIP registration. Why do you want to do that? Well, you're going to upgrade into a room with other speakers and me where you're going to get laser coaching. You're going to get your questions answered right away. You're going to be implementing and taking action on creating the prosperity that you want, the dream home, the team that is helping you build your business. The actions have to match with what you want. And you're also going to get access to bonus gifts and VIP only gifts. So we'll get started right away, and we'll be talking more about why you want to think like a VIP. Del, you're going to go first today. Tell us a little bit about you and how you operate like a VIP every day.
Okay, so my business, Triclear Business Holdings, we essentially invest with and invest in entrepreneurs to help them build and grow their businesses. So I call it a venturepreneurship firm. It looks a little bit like venture capitalism and entrepreneurship combined, where we really kind of roll up our sleeves and get people where they want to go. And, I think everybody should act and behave like a VIP. First of all, because you deserve to be a VIP. And so you should give yourself that gift of being a VIP. But I think more importantly, when you act as a VIP, you send out the energy that you deserve to be worked with. You deserve to be paid for what you do, and you can create that value. And then I guess the last thing I would say about VIP, traditionally it stands for very important person, but you can always change those words, right? So a business VIP, let's change the I. These are people that are interested more than others. They're insightful more than others. They have more impact, right? So you are a very insightful person. You're a very interested person. You're a very impactful person or professional. So these are the reasons I think, just in a nutshell, why we all need to treat ourselves as VIPs and let that abundance come to us.
I love it, Del. Thank you so much for sharing that. Kelsey, tell us about you and how you operate as a VIP.
Yeah, I love this question. I was just actually talking to a client about it because she was telling me when she goes out, she kind of has a frown or this stay away from me energy, and then yet she wants to connect with people. So she was asking me about how I am, and I said, when I'm out in the world, I'm seeing like flowers that are beautiful, the sun shining, and I'm so happy. And I'm noticing, witnessing, paying attention, and being in all of the beauty. So I can't help but smile, and people come up to me, like strangers always come up to me and just start conversations with me. And it's really about, what we're noticing, what we're paying attention to. And when we're noticing and thinking of ourselves as important, or, noticing beauty, or, she mentioned she has a friend who just assumes people like her and operates that way, that affects how people are drawn to us, how they approach us, and how we approach the world.
I love that way. And just before, what do you do again? What's your work?
Oh, yes, I'm a coach, and I use expressive arts and integrative somatics to help people, on a lot of times women, be more empowered and confident and really have what they want in their lives.
Amazing, amazing. I love the way you put that, the beauty and looking at everything beautiful. And then I'll move on to our next beautiful guest, Leah Moore. Tell us what you do and how being a VIP is so important to what you do.
So for those of you who don't know me, I am a business coach for public speakers and entrepreneurs, and the only one in the world that guarantees they'll make $150K their first year from public speaking, or I work with them until they do. I love the question about acting or being are thinking like a VIP, because it's not only about, and I love what Del said about impact. I think we all here to make impact in the world. My goal in 2010 was to impact 200 million people by 2025, and I did it by November 2024. So the reason behind what you want to do in this world is to act like a VIP. You want to be treated as a VIP, then you need to treat others like VIPs. You invest in yourself, and if you're investing in a VIP package, as in this summit, then you have to act on it, because money is energy, number one. What is your vested interest in your own success? You know, I like to tell the difference between a mentor and a coach. The mentor has a vested emotional interest in your success, and that's because that mentor treats you like a VIP. We all remember where we were before we were entrepreneurs, so it's never to forget that. I never forget where I came from and the struggles that I had to overcome to be here today. So that is what I bring as a VIP to my
Awesome.
everyday life.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Leah, tell us a little bit about you and how acting and thinking and like expressing like a VIP is really important for you.
Yeah. Leah Johnson. I'm an author, artist, transformational speaker, and spiritual mentor and guide. And man, VIP is all about your worth, right? And so for me, when I think about VIP and how I'm showing up, it's knowing my worth and knowing that my worth comes from within me and not some external validation or where I'm being told my worth comes from, but really embodying my worth. And that's, to me, what showing up as a VIP means.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Veronica, tell us about you and how VIP gets activated for you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Vihar Fandal, and I am a Dream Builder Transformation Life Coach. I love helping mom business owners, entrepreneurs, or mom professional moms to create a life they absolutely love without sacrificing any part of themselves. And being a VIP is just embodying that person, that personality, and that we all want to be, right? For me, it's about being a person of increase, being the person every day, the person that I wanna living into my vision, walking into my vision, and being already the person I wanna be for my clients, for my family, for the people around me. It's embodying that we want by being it, by living it, and walking the talk, walking the walk, talking the talk, and just being fully that. I think, to summarize it, a person of increase in every movement that I make.
I love it. A person of increase. I like that. Linda, tell us about you and VIP awareness.
Yeah, so I'm a breakthrough energy expert. I help people have breakthroughs by understanding and mastering their energy. And I specialize in working with those who are highly sensitive, highly empathic. Well, you know, I didn't feel much of a VIP for most of my growing up life. I was told I was worthless and didn't have any value. And those were the beliefs, and that was the conditioning that I took on. And so it wasn't until I started to really learn about myself and to be able to challenge those beliefs that I was able to start recognizing, you know what, I do have something of value to offer. I am a valuable person. I have a lot to share. And so many of the people that I work with, because of this trait of high sensitivity, they have had similar experiences where, because they felt so different from everyone else, they were made to feel wrong for being who they are. So it's my joy to really help people and continually help myself to truly understand ourselves so that we can bring the best of ourselves to the world, and recognize that we are all VIPs. And, you know, at the beginning, before we went live, I think, Jennifer, you were talking about how, you know, we were all here and how great it was that we all showed up. And I think that's a big part of it. Being a VIP, you show up, right? You commit to something and you show up and you do it. And so, yeah, I think we all have it in us. And when you understand yourself at a deeper level, you are able to accept it and allow that to come out.
I love it. You show up. You show up when you're a VIP. Look at everyone. I have a full screen. This is a full house. We're streaming to the max here. We are full today. And I was saying that to myself, like, I feel like I'm a VIP because all of my speakers are showing up for me and participating full out on this summit. I'm so blessed. Melody, tell us about you and how VIP is showing up for you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Well, I'm a sacred sound alchemist, shamanic practitioner, and priestess, ceremonialist, and a spiritual guide. And I love to help people connect to their divinity and their beauty, because each one of us is so unique and special, and we matter. Like, each one of us, we are living in the oneness timeline now, and everything we do affects the ripple of consciousness, affects us all. So obviously connecting to your self-worth and your power, and connecting to that solar plexus and that will, and the intention is everything. So wherever you put the intention and the energy flows, right? We know that. So just having that self-confidence and trusting and knowing how special and unique you are, and that what you're here to do matters. So I always, you're special. Each one of us is special. Each one of us has a specific medicine to share and bring with the world that nobody else can bring, right? So obviously, and not having an RBF when you walk around, because that's a factor. Just glowing and connecting to my radiance. I always like to connect to my radiance and strengthen my aura, kind of seal up my aura and have that radiant glow. So yeah.
Oh, you make me laugh. And I love that you are always reminding us of me. And whenever you're talking, you're always reminding us about this special, unique place. And we always have this unique medicine to give, every single one of us. And that is what makes us so valuable. That's what makes you a VIP. Connie, absolutely, tell us about you and what VIP means to you.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit different angle on this one. So I'm Connie Pertula, the Menopause Navigator. So I help women feel empowered through the stages of menopause, from peri to post, and help them bring back their vitality, because it is a powerful time in our life. And it's interesting when you talk about VIP. For some people, that can be really intimidating, because there's a fear, right? There's a fear if I stand out, or if I stand in my authenticity, could I lose people? Are there people that might look at me different, or maybe not want to hang out with me? So there can be a real fear of stepping into that power. I even see that with my clients, that as they start to make changes and people say to them, well, what are you doing? What's changing about you? And there can be this big fear of, oh no, if I change too much, are there people I'm going to lose in my life? And in reality, that's their fear, not ours, right? We should be able to step into that, let them deal with their fears on their own. So this is where I want to support women to step into that power that they have, and really not worry about what's happening with other people. Just show the power you have and move forward, because that's what we deserve to do, right? We deserve to step into our authenticity and feel good about who we are in ourselves.
I love that. Stepping into your authenticity and feeling good about it, not worrying about what anyone else thinks.
Yeah.
I've had to go through a ton of that in my life, because I used to get, oh, you're intimidating, or you're intense, or be quiet, don't shine so bright, and all that kind of thing, because I'm a born VIP, just like every one of you. And now I'm, activating my prosperous life along with everyone else who's registering for the summit. We're pressing the button on change this year. Like, we're ready. And even if you're not ready, you're finding the people like us to help you get there and take those courageous steps forward. And when you pay $37 right now before the summit starts, and you can come in and be with Merlin and me, it's really not very much money to press the button on change where you can start making the impact. You can start implementing, you can start integrating all of the wisdom that you're hearing from the speakers on the spot. So I encourage you to press the button on activating your VIP life. Activating your VIP life. Del, we're going to go around to you again. Your talk is all about building $1 million lifestyle business. So from what experience, like your experience, what is the mindset of a VIP building $1 million business?
Yeah. So my concept around the $1 million business lifestyle is not so much that you're making 7 figures or $1 million. You can live $1 million lifestyle by making $200,000 a year, by making $200 million a year. It's this idea of a lifestyle that feels like $1 million bucks. And what's so important about that is that it's your lifestyle, right? And your lifestyle is different and unique from everyone else's lifestyle. And so many people out there, I think, get trapped into these cookie cutter lifestyles of, oh, this is the way I'm supposed to be if I'm successful or if I'm happy. And that's not true. You get to decide. And that's where that VIP aspect comes into play. How do I want to be my own version of a VIP? And how do I create my lifestyle that feels like $1 million bucks? And I think there's kind of the other aspect of being a VIP is this aspect of access and the aspect of exclusivity. And I think that's what you've created here, Jennifer, in the VIP offer that you have here. When you become a VIP in this particular environment, you get access. And there's a great degree of exclusivity in terms of what you can do and what you will receive. So this is the first step. For anybody that's starting out this year and is going to be involved in this particular program here, the first step is to become a VIP in creating that $1 million lifestyle for yourself.
Yep. Thank you, Del. That's so bang on. Kelsey, your talk is Fierce You. Lead with confidence and power. And what does somebody have to mentally and emotionally embody to lead with this confident VIP power, in your opinion?
Yeah, so one of the things that I think people do really have to embrace and embody to be their own version of a VIP is their fierceness, their ferocity, their ability to, as other people mentioned, just to be authentic and not be concerned with what other people have told them, how other people might react to their authenticity, as Connie mentioned, but just really own that fierceness and say, this is who I am, this is how I'm going to operate in the world, and bring that in. And that to me is really being able to role model leading with confidence and power, and to really be in our fierceness. Right now I have a kitten biting my ankle, and she totally owns her fierceness. And she's been inspiring me to also just embody that and bring that into all of the groups that I'm leading this year.
Yes, the fiercest. The animals are coming to tell us about being VIPs big time in this one. I don't know. And Orly, your talk, how to monetize your message through public speaking. So how does adopting a VIP mindset support someone stepping into bigger stages?
I love what Del said and what Kelsey said. The one part about all of this, living a lifestyle that is authentic to you in public speaking, there's 2 reasons why public speakers get into public speaking. It's either to feed their ego or feed their pocket. I'm here to feed their pocket because their ego won't make it. And the reason being is that it's not about us. It's about the people we serve. We're here to serve, not to sell. Being a VIP also means that you're also here to give back. I'm a big philanthropist, and I love giving. I don't need the accolades. I have a nonprofit. We are building healing centers for rescued victims of human trafficking, sex, and labor slavery, so that we can give them back their God-given right to life, freedom, education, and autonomy. And it's not about the money. Everybody is all about the money. I think a lifestyle of giving is also important. We're here to to impact other people's lives, make them better, including ourselves. But if we don't, we can't sell from an empty cart. So we do need to take care of the home and make sure that we're taken care of in a good lifestyle and being comfortable enough to be giving the rest. I became a minimalist, and as a speaker, I just go on stages that appreciate me. Now, all of us here have been through turmoil and experiences, and I don't care how old you are, but you've paid for it. You've paid for it with money, blood, sweat, and tears, aggravations, time, education. And that's why you deserve to be paid. So being a VIP, you're not only getting the exclusivity and the belonging side of our circle, the inner circle. I've always wanted to be a part of the in team, the in crowd, but then I realized that I can just build my own, and that's why everybody's here.
Yes, that is why everybody's here, because this is what we do. We build stages to bring people like us together because we want to hang out with powerful people who help us stay in our power.
Indeed.
If you hang out with dogs, you get fleas. If you hang out with people with millionaire mindsets, you make millions. Leah, your talk is the courage to quit, creativity as an act of reinvention. So how does courageous reinvention shift someone closer to the mindset of a prosperous VIP? Like, how did your mindset shift? How can someone else's mindset shift?
Yeah, I mean, the courage to quit is all about setting boundaries, right? And when you set those boundaries for yourself, identifying that you are the VIP, you are the most important person in your life, and where you spend your time and what you do and how you do it is what you create. You are the VIP of your own life. And that comes with setting boundaries and having the courage to quit and say no. And it is okay to quit and say no. Our society tells us all the time that we have to do these things, and there are these roles we're supposed to fill and these places we're supposed to be and all of the things. You don't have to do that. To be a VIP, you show up for yourself first, and then that allows you to show up for everything else better.
I love it. Yeah. Show up for yourself first, then you can show up for everything else better. Veronica, the art and science of possibility. So what is possible when you start adopting this mindset of a VIP and embodying it too?
Absolutely. Well, pretty much everything your heart desires, right? As is being shared here already, every single individual is the highest authority in their life, right? So what is possible is what they decide to make welcome in their lives, right? And being a VIP starts with making a decision. Bob Proctor has an amazing quote that talks about this single mental move that you can make, right? Which is, I'm not going to quote him exactly, but talks about this mental activity that we have in us and making a decision and being a VIP and being and showing up. Once we make that decision, once people click and decide to invest $37 in becoming that VIP person, then things start moving around us, right? So the possibility that they have to become and welcome the life they want, the sky's the limit. Let's put it that way. The sky is the limit. But everything starts with making that decision to go for the life they would love to have, do.
I know. Yeah. You have to go for it. You have to go for the life that you are dreaming about, that you want, that you're intending. Linda, breaking free from imposter syndrome is your talk. And what's the mindset that helps someone move out of self-doubt and into this VIP lifestyle experience?
I think the first thing has to be awareness. It's incredible that some very successful, outwardly successful people who seem to have it all still have a lot of self-doubt inside them and feel like imposters. And that recognition that this simply comes from a belief that somehow, some way, they're not enough, they're not good enough in some way. So when you start to recognize how, when, and where that shows up, it's an opportunity to learn something from that. And when you start to get that fear, that sense of, oh, I'm going to be found out at any minute, they're going to know that I don't really know what I'm talking about, or that fear that I don't know enough yet, I have to learn more, I have to do more, I have to be more. Noticing when that starts to show up, and then just simply recognizing this is simply a belief that is not true. And then you can start to, little by little release it. But it's that awareness. It all starts with awareness. But many people just go through life with this fear that they try to push down and present this face to the world of, I really know what I'm doing, but inside I don't feel like I do. So it's like, going through life with a huge boulder on your back, this weight of the belief that in some way you're not good enough. So when you break free from that, oh my gosh, it's so liberating, and the sky really is the limit, unlimited possibilities for you. So it's crucial.
It is crucial. It is crucial. And you can still be afraid. Like, look at me. I'm sure I'm stumbling and fumbling words all the time when I'm running these live streams, but I'm still doing it. I'm still, moving forward. And if I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. I pass it over to Melody. Tell us about your talk, New Earth Paradigm, Ascension to 5D. What does it mean when you're in 5D and VIPs? I think it's kind of similar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's no ego involved. Like we're living with an open heart. So we're living from the heart, not our egos. We're learning to lead with compassion and understanding, and like knowing that we are all, like I am another you, and like Asha Lakin, we are all connected in the oneness, and nobody's more special than anyone. Like we're all unique and individual. So really also showing up for yourself and knowing that you're special, like, and not comparing. I love what everyone said about looking at what everyone else is doing, because that's a big thing for me. So where I live, there's like 3,000 sound healers in this tiny little town. And it's like, well, I'm special, but there's a huge world out there, and we're all going to find our people. And it's all about the energy and the vibration, right? The law of vibration states that we're going to attract the frequency that we're resonating in. So it's really important to just work on your own self and your own emotional and mental states. Make sure you're vibrating in the higher emotional places of abundance and love and unity and peace and like joy. And yeah, if you're in a state of joy and, love, and it's a great place to be. And also just doing creative stuff like artwork, dancing around, music, obviously brings you into a higher emotional state. So you're going to be attracting that higher frequency. Yeah.
Yeah. Like creating the summit and doing these live streams gets me into this higher emotional state. And then all of a sudden I start seeing people registering for the summit. It's so exciting to just say hi and hello and welcome to my email as I'm talking to my computer. Connie, tell us what your talk, The Power of Menopause, how does being in your power in menopause, start activating that VIP lifestyle that you really want?
Yeah, menopause, of course, is a very interesting time. And for some women, it can really be debilitating. And, sometimes, depending on what our life has been up to that point, on average, women will go through the actual pause before they go into postmenopause around age 50. And so sometimes when, we're hit with a lot of different symptoms from menopause, sometimes we almost get to the point where it's like, I'm done. I can't give it. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. And for a lot of women, it can feel like, well, okay, it's just all downhill from here. And that's where I really want to inspire women, especially women who are postmenopause, but women who are perimenopause, because, Jennifer, you've seen, the changes that we've made with you. But for women who are postmenopause and feeling like, is this what life is going to be? I want to tell them that yes, you can change, you can feel amazing, you can regain your vitality and your vibrancy. Step by step, it's always possible. I always like to say, as long as we're breathing, there is still hope. And so that's why I really want to encourage women that there is power in menopause, and we can change, and we can feel amazing, and we can step into that VIP power and energy.
Yeah. So thank you for watching live, who's been watching live, and thank you for watching the replay. Guess what? You're a VIP just by showing up and watching, because you've been hanging out with us. So if you hang out here, come hang out and get access and exclusive access to us by pressing the VIP button. It's only $37 Canadian. It's even cheaper for you US people. So I'll see you at the summit. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to my friends. Sayonara for today.
Thanks.
Thank you.